Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Monday, January 6th, 2023. Let's take a look at the chart. Start with the big picture, work our way into the day itself. The big picture 5-year weekly bar chart shows that about 7 weeks ago, the week of November 18th, right about in here, we settled for the first time above the 2-year channel top at 341.18 this week by a full 1% margin, setting up 503.69 as a 3 to 5 month roughly objective. It took about 3 to 5 weeks before we seriously approached it, and then have caved away since then, fallen back. In the process of falling back, the market did elicit a sell signal on the daily chart that is still intact in sorts below 449.47 to 451.94. And you can see I've changed those to minor points. Really, I'm now using 430.09, which I can show here as our, I think this is our trend defining resistance. In other words, we can top out at 430.09 this week and continue south to the 341.18 objective. It was the settlement below the 449.47 rising, steeply rising channel bottom that indicated 341.18 as a 2 to 3 week target. We're about a week into that right now, and it remains in reach below the 430.09 descending channel top. So, for the day, this image shows 417.64 is the low of the high on the weekly chart, and it can contain intraday, possibly daily buying pressures, though pushing through 417.64 is certainly possible today. And if so, 430.09 is likely. This 3 week, is it 3 weeks? More like 2 week descending channel top, able to contain weekly buying pressures. And from here, we can fall away into the low 340s within 1 to 3 weeks of testing 430.09. So the low 340s remain a target, a 2 to 3 week objective below 430.09. So if you're short now, you may have gotten short actually in the 430s about 4 trading days, about a week ago, when we opened and closed for the first time below this rising channel bottom that is now well above the market at 449.74. If we were to close above 430.09, it's another story altogether. No longer anticipating the low 340s, but rather bullish continuation to the 503.69 long-term channel top, which I can show again here on the weekly chart. So yes, if we close today above 430.09, it is reverse and go long if you are now short the market, anticipating the low 340s. Closing above 430.09, 2 to 3 week buy signal up to 503.69. So we would then resume the 503.69 objective, and that would likely be realized within 2 to 3 weeks of closing above 430.09. This 503.69 formation able to contain buying on a quarterly basis. We can top out here through Q1 and from here fall back into the low 340s within 2 to 3 months of doing so. We could trade inside this band between the low 340s and the low $5 region all the way into mid-year perhaps. Now, if we were over the coming weeks, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing this, but if we were to close above the 503.69 5-year channel top by a full 1% margin of 508.72 or higher, then we do, yes, have 607.73 as realistically, this could be 2 to 3 weeks. And then within 3 to 5 months of closing above 503.69, 727.17 would be anticipated. That is the full swing. A minus B, 414.49 minus 101.89. You flip that on its head, that's 727.17. They work pretty well for longer term objectives. So once again, 430.09 in reach today if we happen to push or open above 417.64. 417.64 is a respectable intraday resistance level, the low of the weekly high that may contain intraday buying pressures, and in fact below which we could fall to 392.72. 392.72, nothing more than the high of the low. So 392.72 and 417.64, these are your intraday trade levels, well suited for day traders, aggressive day traders, pushing through 417.64, once again 430.09, where a short can be set into later January, below which 341.18 remains in reach. Our charts were not all properly updated. My apologies. 341.18 in reach within 2 to 3 weeks of holding below 430.09. Let's take a better look at the downside here, that if we break 392.72 or perhaps open below 392.72, 373.60 in reach today. 373.60 is, yes, this descending channel bottom, and yes, we did break it and even close below it on Thursday, but we opened back above it on Friday and it essentially held and we continued higher. So I'm using it also because of just kind of the average daily range, that if we do fall, break below 392.72, 373.60 may be it for the day. These channel bottoms can continue to hold on a daily basis. 373.04 is also the move low from Thursday. So things line up a little bit there in the 373 handle. I wouldn't hold it overnight, but I do think if you play the short side, say below 392.72, below, I'm going to go back to that chart. That was an accident. If you do play the short side below 392.72, you can hold out for 373.60, take profits, and be done for the day. If it's tested early enough in the day, by midday, you could go long at 373.60 for a pop back into the low 390s on an intraday basis. But if we settle down in this zone, just know that our overall objective below 430.09, anticipating the low 340s, would probably be anticipated within the week. If we close today below 373.60, and yeah, certainly below 373.04, the Thursday low, we're probably just another 1 to 3 days from reaching our low 340s target, which is actually 341.18 on that weekly chart. If tested this week, can contain selling not only into February, but possibly through the entire first quarter. And from here, we can round back up again into the low $5 region within 3 to 5 months or sooner of testing the low 340s. I think I've pretty much said it all. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. You can see all of our recent stock picks that are still relevant. And you'll see two this week alone. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with Tuesday's Tesla. You have a great day.